Have you ever been woken in the middle of the night by a cramp so sharp it feels like your muscle is being twisted, or found yourself gripping the arm of a chair before standing because your legs feel heavy, almost reluctant to move? You are far from alone. According to the CDC, more than half of adults over 60 experience recurring muscle cramps or weakness in their lower limbs each year, and yet most are told it's just part of getting older. But here's what research shows us. It's not always age that's to blame. In fact, studies from Harvard Medical School and the National Institutes of Health confirm that 3 specific nutrients play a direct role in how well your muscles contract, how your nerves fire, and whether your balance feels secure. When those nutrients run low, the result isn't just discomfort, it's an increased risk of falls, slower recovery from even small injuries, and a gradual loss of independence. The good news is, this is one of the most fixable problems in senior health. Everything we're talking about today is backed by peer-reviewed science, not fads or guesswork. I've seen these methods work for older adults across the country, from active retirees to those who thought their days of steady walking were over. And I want to share exactly how you can use this knowledge to change the way your legs feel in just a few weeks without expensive supplements, gym memberships, or complicated routines. So I hope you'll stay with me until the end of this video, because we'll not only uncover the 3 vitamins and minerals that stop cramps and bring back leg strength, but I'll also show you the simplest way to fit them into your day without turning your life upside down. And if you've been struggling with leg weakness or night cramps, I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to begin. Now, before we talk about these nutrients, let's start with a truth that might surprise you. The reason leg strength fades so quickly after 60 has less to do with age than with something happening inside your body. A quiet, gradual shift that most people never notice until the weakness sets in. And once you understand what's really causing it, you'll see just how much control you still have. Why leg strength fades faster after 60? When you're young, your body is like a well-oiled machine. Every bite of food is broken down, the vitamins and minerals absorbed, and the fuel sent exactly where it's needed. But after 60, something changes quietly inside, and most people don't even notice until the signs show up in their legs. Your stomach produces less acid, which is essential for unlocking certain vitamins from food. Your intestines become less efficient at pulling those nutrients into your bloodstream. Even if you're eating the same foods you always have, you're getting less from them than you used to. On top of that, many common prescriptions, heartburn medications, diuretics for blood pressure, and even some diabetes drugs can slowly drain your stores of important vitamins and minerals. They do their job for your heart or digestion, but they also quietly lower your reserves of nutrients. Your muscles and nerves need to work properly. And then there's lifestyle. After retirement, many people spend more time indoors, which cuts down on natural vitamin D from sunlight. Appetite may also change with age, leading to lighter meals that simply don't meet the body's needs. Take Linda, for example. She's 72, lives in Arizona, and has always been careful about her diet. She cooks at home, uses fresh ingredients, and walks in her neighborhood when the weather allows. But she began to have severe calf cramps at night, the kind that left her muscles sore the next morning. Her doctor ran some tests and found she was low in both magnesium and vitamin D, despite her healthy habits. It wasn't that she was doing anything wrong. Her body just wasn't absorbing and storing nutrients like it used to. And here's the important part. These changes aren't inevitable roadblocks. Once you know they're happening, you can adjust how and when you get your nutrition to keep your legs strong and steady. But how can you tell if your body is already struggling to get what it needs? That's where the next part will open your eyes, because the warning signs often start small and are easy to overlook until they begin to change the way you move. The 4 signs your legs are running on empty. The first sign is weakness or heaviness in your legs, especially when you first stand up. Maybe you rise from your favorite chair and feel like you have to find your balance before taking a step. That moment of hesitation is your body telling you your muscles and nerves are not firing as quickly or as strongly as they should. The second sign is tingling numbness or a strange burning sensation in your feet or calves. Some describe it as ants crawling under the skin. This happens when nerves start to lose their protective covering because they aren't getting the right nutrients, particularly vitamin B12. Without that protection, nerve signals get fuzzy, and your muscles don't get clear instructions from your brain. The third sign is nighttime cramps. If you've ever bolted upright in bed, clutching your leg because of a sudden stabbing pain, you know how miserable they can be. These cramps often strike when magnesium and vitamin D levels run low. Without enough of both, your muscles can't contract and relax smoothly, so they seize up without warning. The fourth sign is a loss of balance or feeling unsteady on your feet. Maybe you find yourself reaching for furniture as you walk through your home, or you avoid uneven sidewalks altogether. This isn't just clumsiness, it can be a subtle sign that both muscle strength and nerve coordination are slipping. George, 79, from Ohio, had been an avid gardener all his life. But after a stumble on the back steps, he avoided working outside unless someone was with him. When he finally spoke with his doctor, they discovered his vitamin D was extremely low. With a few simple changes to his daily habits, George regained enough confidence to tend to his plants without feeling like every step was a risk. If you've noticed one or more of these signs in yourself, it's time to pay attention, because they're often the first clues that your body is running low on a set of nutrients I like to call the vital trio. And understanding what each of them does for your muscles, nerves, and balance could be the key to turning things around. The vital trio that keeps your legs strong. These 3 nutrients work together like the control center, fuel source, and communication line for your legs. When one is missing, you might get by for a while. But when 2 or more run low, your muscles, nerves, and bones all begin to suffer. The first is vitamin B12. I call it the nerve protector. Your nerves are wrapped in a fatty coating called the myelin sheath, much like electrical wires are covered in insulation. B12 helps build and maintain that sheath, so nerve signals can travel quickly and clearly from your brain to your muscles. Without it, signals get delayed or distorted. You might notice tingling in your feet, slower reflexes, or even an unsteady gait. Older adults are especially at risk because after 60, the stomach produces less acid, which is needed to free B12 from the food you eat. If you've been taking acid-reducing medications for months or years, that risk is even higher. The second is vitamin D, the muscle activator. Most people think of it for bone health, but it's just as critical for muscle strength and coordination. It plays a role in how your muscles contract, how your brain directs movement, and how much energy you feel when you get up and go. Without enough vitamin D, even simple movements can feel heavier or take more effort. And here's the challenge: as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Add in more time spent indoors, and deficiency becomes very common. The third is magnesium, the muscle conductor. Every time you step, stand, or even shift in your seat, magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax in smooth rhythm. Low magnesium levels can trigger cramps, twitches, and a deep muscle fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. Diuretics, which are often prescribed for blood pressure or heart conditions, can wash magnesium out of your body faster than you can replace it through food. Stress and alcohol can also drain it more quickly. Carla, 68, from Maine, had been dealing with calf cramps almost every night for years. She thought it was just poor circulation. But after adding magnesium-rich snacks like pumpkin seeds and spinach to her diet, those cramps faded within 3 weeks. Her sleep improved, and she woke up without that lingering soreness she had come to think was normal. Knowing what these nutrients do is powerful, but knowing how to get enough of them in the right way is even more important. And while supplements are one option, there's a food-first approach that works for most people and is surprisingly simple. In fact, your kitchen might already hold the key to restoring your balance and strength without a single pill. The food-first solution. Restoring the vital trio doesn't have to mean a cupboard full of bottles. In fact, the most reliable way for your body to absorb these nutrients is through foods you already know, prepared in ways that preserve their benefits and fit easily into your routine. Start your day with vitamin B12 and protein. A boiled egg alongside a small serving of steamed spinach, a cup of plain yogurt with a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds or cottage cheese paired with fresh greens are all simple combinations. These give your nerves the protective B12 they need, while also feeding your muscles the protein they require to repair and stay strong. At midday, focus on vitamin D. Fatty fish, like salmon or sardines, are some of the richest natural sources. If you don't eat fish, fortified milk, dairy, or plant-based can help fill the gap. Pair these with leafy greens such as kale, Swiss chard, or mustard greens, and add a drizzle of olive oil. The healthy fat helps your body absorb vitamin D more efficiently, while the greens contribute additional minerals your muscles crave. In the evening, turn your attention to magnesium. This is where a small targeted snack can make all the difference. A handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds, a banana, or a small bowl of cooked quinoa can help prevent those painful nighttime cramps. Magnesium works best for cramp prevention when your body is at rest, which is why an evening serving can be especially effective. One important tip: how you cook matters. High heat frying can damage delicate vitamins like B12 and reduce the availability of others. Gentle cooking methods. Boiling, poaching, steaming preserve nutrients and make foods easier to digest, which is especially important for older adults. The beauty of this approach is that it's simple. You're not adding complicated recipes or long grocery lists to your life. You're making small, deliberate choices that your body can put to use right away. And the best way to make these choices stick is to build them into a daily rhythm, one that supports your legs from morning to night without requiring you to think about it. A simple daily routine for stronger legs. If you want lasting results, consistency matters more than perfection. That's why creating a simple, repeatable routine can make the difference between feeling stronger for a week and feeling stronger for years. Begin each morning with a breakfast that delivers both B12 and protein. A boiled egg, plain yogurt, or cottage cheese with greens sends an early message to your muscles and nerves that they have what they need to perform. Right after breakfast, step outside for 10 minutes of soft morning sunlight. Even on cloudy days, the light will stimulate vitamin D production in your skin. If standing or walking is uncomfortable, simply sit and enjoy the air. The effect still works. At midday, have a balanced meal that includes a palm-sized portion of fish eggs or fortified milk plus leafy greens and a source of healthy fat. This combination reinforces both vitamin D and B12 intake while giving your muscles steady energy. In the evening, add a magnesium-rich snack about an hour before bed. This could be as simple as a banana, a handful of almonds, or a few pumpkin seeds. It's a small habit, but it can make the difference between waking with pain and sleeping through the night. The key is to build these habits one at a time. Start with the morning meal, add the sunlight, then the evening snack. Over time, these small steps create a rhythm your body can rely on, and you'll notice the change in the way you stand, walk, and move through your day. When you make these changes, you'll likely see improvement sooner than you expect, sometimes in just a few weeks. And what you might not realize yet is that the benefits go beyond your legs. These same nutrients also support your energy, your focus, and even your mood. So as your legs grow steadier, you may find the rest of your life feeling lighter too. I know it can feel discouraging when your legs don't move like they used to, when simple things like getting up from a chair or walking to the mailbox seem harder than they should be. But please remember, these changes are not a sign that your body has given up on you. More often than not, they're gentle reminders that your muscles and nerves are ready for a little more care and attention. One of the most powerful lessons I've seen over the years is that strength doesn't simply belong to the young. It belongs to anyone willing to nourish it. Your body is always listening, always ready to respond to the signals you send, and those signals can be as simple as a good breakfast, 10 minutes of morning sunlight, or a handful of seeds before bed. Small steps repeated with consistency can lead to changes you never thought possible. It's never too late to begin. Even if you've been living with cramps, weakness, or shakiness for years, the moment you decide to give your body what it needs is the moment you start building strength again. As we said earlier, your legs haven't given up on you. They're just waiting for you to give them what they've been missing. If this conversation has sparked even one small idea you can try tomorrow, I'd love for you to share it in the comments. You never know who might be encouraged by your story. And if you'd like to keep learning simple, proven ways to stay strong and independent, you can subscribe so we can keep walking this journey together. Take care of yourself, my friend. May your steps tomorrow feel a little steadier, your nights a little more restful, and your heart a little lighter. I'll see you in the next video.